just take your strap to start this morning. You can have it quite long in a bigger loop, or a bigger tail rather than a loop. And just standing with your feet comfortably, maybe pelvis width is good. Holding the strap down with your arms alongside your body, just getting a sense of your body here. Now, where's your weight through your feet? My weight this morning feels a little forward into the balls of the feet, and that's generally where I find myself. So not that I'm trying to shift anything, but just start to make some circles with your pelvis. So going around, emphasizing this crease of the hips here. Remember where we had our heel of the hands. So that's the part, the hip joints that are directing this movement, going around. Imagine that you could imagine the ball and the socket there of the hip joint is going around, and then take a pause and go the other way. And does it feel like one leg moves more smoothly, or one is a little bit stickier, or whatever it is for you, just notice. You're also getting a little bit of rotation around the ankle joint here. Right, and then pausing in the center again. Now, with your hands on the belt about a little wider than shoulders, start to bring the strap up. Maybe you want to adjust the height, or the width rather, of your hands. Bend the elbows a little bit, and then start to just circle the hands around. Now the ribs and torso stay relatively quiet here, and you're moving through the shoulder joint. Just that ball and the socket there. Torso and hips and legs are staying rather quiet, and then pause and go in the other direction. So we can feel just the arms in the shoulder sockets, pretty much. Nothing tensing through the neck here, hopefully. And just going a couple more times around. And then pause here, take the arms back, take a nice inhale, remembering that full exhalation back downward. Bring the arms down. Now take your strap aside and place your hands right on the lower ribs here, and just start to circle the ribs around now. So it's like you're feeling your ribs are rotating, side bending. A little bit of extension, back bend, a little bit of flexion, forward bend, and lateral side bending, switch sides. We're just moving our joints in circular, which can be really nice to complement a lot of sitting or standing or bending over. Okay, and then come back into the center, and then stand at the top of your mat if you're not there already. Bring your hands together at heart center. Feel the breath rise and fall again. And then release the arms. Inhale, stretch up, and hands to the heart. Sit back into chair pose. Take your right foot back into a lunge, high lunge here. Now bring the hands to the hips, the waist. All right, start to press the heel back, and then lift the heel, the back heel. So moving through the foot and ankle. I'd like you to pause in the center, tilt a little forward over the front leg, and then we're going to slowly push off through the back foot. Bring your right knee forward, just pause there, and then press back and touch down. Tilt forward, bring weight into the left foot, bring the right knee forward, and then touch down again. So go at your own pace here. Now, if you're unable to balance on your left foot for whatever reason, what you can do is you can just bring the right toes to touch and then touch back. So you never have to have your right foot really off the floor for very long. Just doing some little lunge pulses. Now, keep in mind your left knee is pointing straight ahead the whole time. All right, so let's do one more. And then pause there. Stand all the way up with the right knee bent. Bring the right foot into tree. Take the arms out to the side, palms open to the sky. Feel a little bit of work through the left hip. You can bring the arms wide to a V or out to the side or even up. And then hands to the heart. Now, can you step your right foot back again? Find high lunge one more time. And then pulse. Pelvis flows down and up. Now, the front knee will bend, but we don't want the front knee going over the toes. So feeling some work through the hips and legs, energizing down through the feet. Right, excellent. Tilt forward, step the back foot forward, come into chair pose. And then take the left foot back. High lunge, pausing here, hands at the waist. Tilt forward over the front leg. Now peek down at your front leg. Is the right knee falling inward? If so, as you do these repetitions of the leg coming forward and back, you might want to keep your right hand on the outside of the right thigh just to help secure that right leg bone. Okay, so we're going to tilt forward, push off the back foot, bring the knee in, and then touch back. Again, you can go at your own pace. It does not have to be rushed. We're cultivating some downward flow of prana this morning. Working through the legs. Now the front knee always stays behind the toes in this variation. Ooh, this side's harder. Remember, you can tap your back toes forward and back. All right, one more time. And then stay with the knee floating. Straighten the right leg, come into tree pose. Left foot touches the inner leg. Bring the arms out to the side, palms open. And then maybe you can start to reach the arms up and feel the ribs, the shoulder blades as you're lifting the arms like wings. Hands to the heart. Let's step the left foot back into your lunge again. And then we'll just pulse a few times. So really get a sense of this right hip crease so that you're not just pushing the knee forward. We want to harmonize the joints here, knees and hips. All right, now let's tilt forward and bring the left foot forward, land in Utkatasana, chair pose. Take the arms behind the back, interlace the fingers, and then start to fold your torso towards the thighs, taking the hands up towards the sky or keeping the hands towards the lower back. Release your hands to the earth. Step your right foot back into lunge. You can certainly have blocks under your hands here. Especially, in the morning, there's stiffness that's present. And, all the different foods can have an effect on your mobility that you might enjoy along the way during the holidays. So just be here, hands on the blocks, very, very attuned to the weight coming in through the feet and legs versus just pouring the weight down into your hands. Right, now let's turn and ground the right heel. So you're turning the right thigh and hip out to the right. And then rise up, sweep the arms up into warrior two. And tilt out over the front leg, Parsva Konasana. Side angle, stretching the top arm along the ear or up to the sky. Back up through Vira 2 here. Maybe go into reverse warrior a little bit. Opening up the front side of the body and then cartwheel the hands back down to your blocks. Bring your back heel off the floor so the pelvis faces forward. And then step the back foot to the front foot. Bow over your legs. Take your left foot back into lunge. Back leg is fairly straight here. And again, just settling in, maybe feeling your breath in the back body. Just acknowledging your feet are on the earth, acknowledging the ground. You turn and ground the left heel, but also incorporate that rotation through the left thigh, left pelvis turning out, rise up. I'm going to stay with my back to you for a moment here. Virabhadrasana 2. And tilt forward, Parsvakonasana, side angle. And rising back up to warrior two. Take a little reverse warrior if you like. Nice breath in, and then cartwheel the hands down to the floor. Come back to the ball of the back foot. Set the back knee down. Bring the right foot back. Coming onto your hands and knees. Now you can be on blocks under your hands if you like. That gives a little bit of length to the arms. We're going to extend the right leg back. Keep the left knee down. And then bring the right knee in towards the belly and round the back into cat. And then extend and reach through the right leg. And again, round, bringing the knee in. And reach on your breath. And round in. Do two more like this. Just follow your breath this morning. And then the next time the leg extends out, we'll take it out slowly to the right side. Bring the inner edge of the foot down. Let's shift back. Good morning to the inner thighs here. You can walk the blocks or hands forward if you like. Now see if you can bring your hips right over the back knee, so perpendicular to the floor, your thighs are. Lift the right foot up, sweep it back behind you, and then bring the right knee to the earth again. Take the left leg back, and then knee towards the belly, round. So nice exhale when you're bringing the knee in, and then an inhale when you're extending. And find that rhythm there. It really connects to your breath. I'm going to do one more. Keeping the leg floating, take it out to the left and inside edge of the left foot down. Shifting back,